it is April 21st here at the BMR Session Podcast.
Small property layout.
Yeah, buddy. So, last week, I showed you, I did all my tilling on these edges here and got our switchgrass planted. Left us a small space to get in and out of the field. So today we're going to lay out the rest of this field. I talked about that last week also. So we're going to set a green plot up in here. We're going to use a new screening probably this year also.
Yeah, we're going to use Whitetail Habitat Solutions. Jeff Sturgis and us have partnered up. We're going to be using his seed. You guys are going to see us planting Jeff's seed here. We're going to use their screening this year, which I used last year. You guys seen that on one of the plots. The Jankety plot had that screening on it. We like that product.
Yeah, it gets real tall.
Holds.
That was probably 8 feet tall.
At least,
I think, for sure. And holds in real well over the elements. So, because like we said, our switchgrass is only going to get,
3 feet, 4 feet.
2, 3 feet, 4 feet tall this year. Next year, though, should be up to, 6 foot, like I said in the other video. So we're going to try to use that screening. Carl was mentioned earlier, still lets all of our switch get the sun all day. This is east-west running field, just so you know, so we're getting full sun all day. But back here behind us, we talked about this several times of laying a green plot. We're going to put a brassica plot in here. And really all of this is to cover this in and close this. So a lot of this is going to be corn, the screening. Also allows us access on this backside to get into a couple of stands that we have here set. So we're going to show you that today. We're also going to put in my clover plot on top and the campsite plot that you guys have seen.
Yep. Again, we're going to be using Whitetail Habitat Solutions Pure Seed. It's now called Pure Seed Company. You guys will see that. It's actually a chicory, four different types of clovers, and we'll be running that up in the campsite plot. Basically, hopefully we'll be able to take some does out of there this year.
Yep.
And the whole process of this screening deal is basically to allow us to have the east side entrance we need to get in and out of the stand.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially with that setup that we showed you guys 2 weeks ago in the show. The pre-rut stand, the one that Phil should have stayed in an extra 3 minutes. But we'll see how it works out. You guys check it out.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
So we're down here in my bottom plot. We showed you a bunch of times. This was that row of trees we put in early to get a little bit of structure, a little bit of cover to get in and out of this, and then to kind of give them another little area to bed. Again, we talk about all the time of separating our does up, which allows us in turn to get more bigger bucks to stay on the property, which is really what we're shooting for. So just wanted to come down here and check these out and see how they were doing. We always say if it's blue, it's new. That's what I say. The needles almost look blue, and then the rest are greener inside. That's all the newer growth coming off those trees. So doing real good right now. And of course we have looks like a dead deer laying down here, so we're going to check that out and see what happened there. Now we're down here in my bottom plot. You can see these are a couple rows of trees we planted over the last few years, and we saw the turkey vultures when we come in. Of course, it's a buck. We're getting the hubs off his head already here. I have no idea. It wasn't here. When did we get the snow?
2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
I was down here 2 weeks ago, and there was nothing here. Looks like it happened up a little ways, maybe 15 yards up, but that's 2 dead bucks we've found this summer already. There was one on the west end, or the east end, I mean, early, so not sure what happened there. I highly doubt it got hit. This is way too far away from the road.
Way back.
Either way. I mean, we're a mile off the road on the other side, so I don't know. Now what you want to see.
Is that the benefit we have? Why you keep breaking trees?
Must have been all the snow and shit.
That or the wind lately.
Yeah.
And them storms came through. Well.
Okay.
Go get the saw?
Yeah. So we're up here now in the campsite plot. If you saw it, did you film it?
I filmed all of it.
Yeah, so we had a big tree that came down, we had to move, so we just added ourselves a nice little bedding pocket there. But it is what it is. We've had a lot of winds, and we had, we got almost 10 inches of snow dump like 3 weeks back, if anybody remembers that here in Wisconsin. But anyway, we're up here in this campsite plot. This is a plot that I had in here. Not a plot that I had in here, but this was a little area that I had in here when I bought this land. It was actually a campsite, which is why we named it that. We've done a lot of work with this. Carl will go back and show you some video of what it used to be. We opened this up real big last year.
It's got to be twice as big as it was before.
Oh, I think it got even a little bigger than we planned.
Probably, yeah.
But you can see the edges are all pretty thick. We really tried to limit them to 4 access points. There's a trail straight behind the camera, a trail all the way across that comes out of the top of the main bedding. The chute, we call it, where we can come up in to the bottom of this plot.
Which we use for morning access.
We use, for our morning access, which goes right over top, straight over in front of the tractor, and then that drops down into the flyer stand where I shot flyer and where Carl shot freak. So we have 3 stand locations in here currently. Basically an east-west, and then one to the north. So this is huntable morning and night, and you can access it in the morning, even though it's food. They don't usually hit this till later morning.
Yeah, it's back off the edges quite a bit. You guys can understand on the property here too, Mike's got nothing but crops all the way around the property. Okay, so on 3 sides it's crops. Neighbor to the east has some woods, but then it's just CRP.
Yes.
So what's happening is the deer are all in their main feeding area, the cropland, and they come in here. We catch them in the morning. That's how you hunt this in the morning. The other aspect that Mike talked about that you guys will notice, remember how he said the edges are really thick. When we did this, we didn't make it thick enough where a deer can't escape out. They don't like that. You don't want to. We have one side over here where we had to put up a cherry tree and stuff like that, but that's just one side. Everything else they can escape through. Okay, it's thick, but they can escape through it. If you guys ever like block your plots in, they just don't like it.
They won't come in. They have to have ways to get out. So I mean, like I said, we have the 4 main trails is like what we want to keep them to, but they come through this whole edge here. You see these are 2 apple trees that we planted a few years back that are starting to come up, but that whole edge there, they come in and out of that quite a bit. And they mostly come up
the main trail
and out of that end. Very rarely have I seen deer come up out of this bottom. So they do skirt the bottom. We have a stand location that we set back. We actually moved it up a little bit. Straight behind that is a main travel trail.
East-west trail.
That we noticed a few years back that they travel heavily. So they do come up around the back side of that. But anyway, we got a lot of rye in here yet from our fill last year. So we're going to till all this up. We've got the new blend that we're going to put in here from Sturgis. We really want to try to get an established clover plot in here. And I know we talk about we don't really want the summer deer a lot, but I don't have big problems with summer deer here.
No.
Because I have so much cropland around me, like you said. So we really want to get some clover established in here, get a nice plot in here. It'll be a real nice doe plot. As well.
The other part about the plot and the clover is we're adding nitrogen to the soil.
We are.
Putting that in there. So that's what the clover is all about. This mix actually has a lot of chicory in it. I'll show you guys here what we're actually using.
Carl's going to show you that. We would like to we talked about 3 or 4 years if we can get this soil good enough. We wouldn't mind brassica plotting this once. For a fall. So
that'd be kind of cool with the brassica plot. I think we could kill a lot of deer and big bucks out of here. So this is Pure Wildlife Blends. This is Jeff's. It used to be Whitetail Habitat Solutions seed, but now Jeff changed the name to Pure Wildlife Blends, representing nothing but pure seed. This has got 4 or 5 different clovers in it. It's got ladinos. It's got a bunch of chicory in it too. So the 2 main are basically ladino clover and chicory. If you guys want to check out the seed, you can always go to Whitetail Habitat Solutions or get a hold of me here at Rush Outdoors. And we have the seed in stock. You can come pick it up directly from the shop. If you want to order from Jeff, then you'll pay shipping. but we save you that cost if you come direct. So, but this is basically the clover mix that we're going to put in on Mike's here, help try and lift the nitrogen up and make a really good, I guess, kill plot in here for morning and evening.
And what he says with pure seed, guys, is that we're going to get a lot higher germination rate on this than the less expensive, the cheaper seeds that you're buying at some of the stores. So it's worth what you're buying. Right,
100%. Sure. Yeah, you're gonna, a bag like this is basically, this is enough to, I think Jeff's got it, just 4 pounds in this bag. It'll cover a ½ acre. It doesn't have any inert matter in it. Basically, the inert matter you guys are going to see on some of the seeds are basically lime coated seeds. It doesn't benefit the seed at all. You're actually paying by the weight, so you get less seed for the money that you're actually purchasing. A bag like this is $49.95, cover a ½ acre, and you can put it on pretty heavy and it comes up great. So we'll show you guys how it works out throughout the year. Again, you know, Pure Wildlife Blends from Jeff Sturgis, great company, great guy.
Check them out, good seed. We're going to use it all year, so we'll be showing you it a lot.
Pretty goddamn good. Only picked about 400 rocks out of there.
Oh, there's way more than that.
Way more than that.
So, got that all tilled up. You can tell this top part we've been working for quite a few years, and a lot of rocks in there. This whole, I grow rocks here actually, so if anybody needs rocks, you let me know. I get them to you for free. So got this worked up. I mean, you can see this is real nice. You know, dirt actually smells good too, so get that clover blend in here and really hopefully get the soil really pumping and see what happens. We'll get her in here. We got some rain coming this week, so it should be perfect. So we're going to broadcast that in. So that's it.
How full you want it?
Very good. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
There we go. A little heavy. That's okay. Perennial plot power up here. Like I said, we partnered with Jeff Sturgis, so get that in up here, get this established. The soil actually looks pretty good. It's starting to come up a little bit, but we've been working with it for quite a few years here. This top half is always the kind of the problem area, but this is where we drive in and out a lot with the equipment. So anyway, we got that in April 21st. We've got some rains coming next week, should be perfect. So we'll show you how this progresses. On to the next.
Alright, well, you guys can see the flail finally loosened up. It's an older piece of equipment that Mike had got rebuilt, did a bunch of work to it. Isn't the prettiest thing yet. We'll paint it later, but works really well. See how much quieter it is now from when we started. It's almost done. He's got 1 or 2 runs, one down, one back, so we'll see what happens. It'll be lunchtime. I'll show you guys what else we got going on. Stick around.
So Carl just showed you the pan shot here. I wanted to show you the switchgrass that we planted last week. This is the far west end of my field. So he showed you there, we put a thin patch here. This actually goes all the way down to the road, and then you'll see in that shot straight across is it's a lot of marshland and stuff like that over there. So the deer really transition back and forth across this, and you can see the pine rows that we added. So we thought we'd give a little bit more screen cover to them. And this is the far west end, and we have this as a travel corridor anyway, because we have corn planted on the inside of that. So we're going to screen this again too, allowing this switchgrass to get bigger over the first year. We also left a row here because we are going to put some bigger pines in here again. Probably not going to happen this year. We'll probably do that next spring, just kind of see how this all goes. But this is also our access into this other end of this property. So now we have west and east access to get in, so Carl and I can hunt either end of the property in the mornings. That was our whole goal. So structure and setting up our entrances and exits.